Hello everyone, it is great to see you here once again on Dee's Delights. Tonight we are going to make 30-minute homemade soft pretzels. We'll see. Do you think we'll get soft pretzels in 30 minutes? Well, here's what you're going to need for tonight. 1.5 cups of warm water, lukewarm. She says no need to take the temperature. 1 packet of active dry yeast or instant yeast, and that's what I have is the instant. 1 teaspoon salt, 1 tablespoon granulated sugar, 3 3/4 cups flour, maybe even 4, plus more for work surface. We're going to need 1 large egg beaten, coarse sea salt for sprinkling. That's it. So let's hope these are good. I've tried a few other recipes that just didn't do it for me. So we'll see what happens here. So what you're going to want to do is preheat your oven to 425 degrees and line baking sheets with silicone baking mat or parchment paper. What we're going to do first is dissolve yeast in warm water, stir with a spoon until fairly mixed, about 1 minute. So add my 1.5 cups of lukewarm water. I'm going to add 1 packet of yeast. I'm going to stir it around a little bit. Okay, and we'll let that sit for a minute or two. Okay, so let's go ahead and put our yeast in here. It doesn't say to wait until it's foamy or anything. So we'll see what happens. Add salt and sugar, stir until fairly combined. Okay, so we need 1 teaspoon salt and 1 tablespoon of sugar. Okay, let's add our flour 1 cup at a time. It says to use a wooden spoon, and this is just a covered wooden spoon. So I would recommend using a wooden spoon. Cup number 2. Cup number 3. Then we'll add about 3/4 of a cup. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and mix the rest of this with my hands. If it's a little sticky, just add a little bit more flour. And also what you're going to want to do is put your beaten egg into like a pie plate. And we're going to put the dough on a floured surface and knead it for about 3 minutes. Another minute and we should be good to go. Then we're just going to cut it into sections. This is going to make about 8 to 10 pretzels. I'll probably just make it 8. So I'm going to cut it in about 8 slices. Just shape it like a log. Now they're not all even, but I will try to put the 4 center ones on the same rack. What you're going to want to do is just roll this out. Okay, make a U shape. Then you're going to cross it over twice, make it into a circle, and bring the bottom 2 pieces up, and voila, you have a pretzel. So I'm going to lay that aside, and I'm going to get all 8 pretzels ready. That's a big pretzel right there. All right, I have 8 pretzels here. They're ready to go into the egg wash. And then, if you want salt, sprinkle with a coarse salt on top, some kosher. I'm going to pass on the salt because I'm going to turn mine into cinnamon sugar sprinkles. So, I'm going to try to cram all these on one. And what I did was I lined my cookie sheet with parchment paper, then I sprayed it with cooking spray on top. So let's go ahead here. Flip that in, dip it. Put it on here, and then that would be the time to sprinkle your salt. Now remember, my pretzels are not the prettiest, but we're worried more about taste than we are beauty. At least that's what I'm going to tell myself. Okay, what we're going to do is bake them at 425 for 10 minutes, then we're going to turn the broiler on for 5. And you got to watch them close so they don't burn. I could have left them in for another minute or two, but I was afraid they might get burnt. So now, let me see here. This one here looks nice. These would be better fresh, but you can wrap them in an airtight container or a Ziploc baggie for up to 3 days. Of course, they'll lose some of the softness to them, but see, I'm going to just spread a little butter on this because I can't have a whole one tonight. And just a little bit of cinnamon and sugar mixture. Let me try it. Very good. I'd recommend if you want salt, put it on before you bake it. Heat up some Cheese Whiz. Nice soft pretzel. And if you want to heat your pretzel back up, just nuke it for a little bit. You know what? Should I? Yeah, it's late. I shouldn't eat much. I would recommend these little beauties. Quick, easy, 5 ingredients, and by golly, you have them all in your house. So thanks for joining me here once again on Dee's Delights, and I hope you enjoy your 30-minute pretzels. Have a great week, everyone. See you real soon.